Welcome back to another video, and today we're in the quarterfinals of me versus the Noob Spammer, and this is the game that I lost, or actually no, yeah, we'll see. So we have HeliFarmIce versus HeliFarmIce. He goes for around 1 anti-stall. He wants to make sure that I don't have a lot of money, because he has HeliFarmIce, but he doesn't know that I have HeliIce as well. HeliIce wants to really anti-stall so the opponent doesn't get money, so the ice stalling ability can be used to its fullest power. So the opponent will try and drain themselves. Will try and get enough money to outlast, but sending ZMGs will cause them to just drain themselves against Heli. We both play pretty passive here. I send some blues to force a ice. He tries to do the same. Slow this down a bit. He sends some pinks over the top to force something, I guess. Maybe some lives. He didn't force my ice there, and I forced his, but he bought a lot more defense. He bought an ice. And I'm up in eco, but we're about the same in money, but he does have more defense, so he's somewhat up. He forces my defense here, so we got a farm lead with a plantation. I go for my plantation here, but I don't have a ice freeze. So blacks are going to be somewhat of a pain if I don't buy that soon, because a 1-1 ice with a 0-0 Heli cannot defend around 7 blocks without extra defense. Here I go, right? Yeah. We're both pretty even now. He has a lot more money though. He goes for a second farm here. Whites, will we send any? Okay, he goes for some blacks with yellows there, forcing my double ice. He doesn't send any whites here, it seems, so he doesn't really want to force a lot of leaks. And we both get to buy our second plantation around 9. We're both doing pretty well on farms, and I just mirrored his farm there. I wasn't sure if he wanted to send around 11 a lot, so I just waited a little bit. And I go for the triple ice around 11. He sends a ton of whites here, although I think it is worth it, because he got a ton of leaks and got a double ice and stopped my eco. So yeah, I got a second tally here. So it for the Razor Riders. I'm a bit sick, so I'm sorry if my quality isn't that good. We both forced a Razor Orders. He sent camo white, and I did too. Both just farming on now. He's up in eco, but I have a bit more money now from his rushing. I forget if I go for a... Okay, I go for the double 1-0 farm instead of the double plantation. Like what he's doing. I sent some camos, so did he. And I should be able to defend this pretty easily. Or do I boost? No, I defend, right? Yeah. So I just went for a camo quad darts. And that should defend. I saw my ices here. That was fine, because I had to get it back anyways. A Moab would have been pretty useful for me, because that would have been able to stall his farming, or his rushing. And yeah, I do it here, but I'm down about 200 eco from him just rushing so much. And I boost. He doesn't, oh no, he does boost actually. He spikes as well, so he just pops it really fast. I go for a downdraft. And I'm down 300 eco now, because he keeps rushing behind his balloons, well, his rushes. Or mobs, I should say. And that's a lot of money that I'm just losing here. He goes for an ice shards. I should have copied here, and we'll see why. Just going for an ice shards is definitely the play around 20, instead of going for a farm and trying to defend with just a downdraft. And my downdraft gets overrun, and I should die here. Maybe? Yeah, I'm just dead. There were way too many balloons there. I could have at least boosted. So that's a 1-0 for Noob Spammer, and I'll see you in the next game. Welcome back. We're in the game 2 here, with any DFA versus NG SPAC. I should run DFA here, but I went NG SPAC because I expected to be able to drain his DFA. You'll see. So he just sends a lot to stop my anti-stall. I don't really send a lot here, but I just want to force his strip dart. I like a ton. I should have just gone for sentry straight up, and that would have been much better than trying to rush front 2. He stops my anti-stall really well. I'm just not that good of an NG player, to be honest. But yeah, I buy a ton of defense here, just to blues and pinks, way more than I need to. My NG spot is kind of bad. You usually want it like where that mushroom is at the beginning of the map on last, so it can anti-stall much harder. But yeah, with my bad spot and targeting, he's able to just get a ton of eco here and stall out the rounds as well. My double, well, I went for sentries again for the second NG because that's where I'm going to place my Boon Trap. And I'm able to defend somewhat well, but he goes for a heavy eco approach. I forced his bolt, but he has so much money from eco that doesn't really mean anything now. I have the double plantation, but he's just got so much money. So I've tried and force a boost or something here with the Balloon Boosted Regal Eds, and I do force a boost, so that's good. So in this situation, he can either just play passive and not force my trap, and just farm on until like round 16 or 14 to force it, or he can force it right now, and that'll cause him to fall behind in farms. I think he should just play passively and let me greed, because he can greed himself. And that's what he does. I shouldn't have gone for my trap there. I was probably scared of just getting rushed. Yeah, he got double plantation. I should not have rushed there. I should have also just continued farming, because now it's pretty even. Well, he's up 100 eco, but I do have one trap to catch up. I try and force some more defense here, just to stop him from farming, but I got one boost off, so that's good. I did trade a boost for his boost, so that's really good for me. I want him to not be able to get any money like him, and I think him just playing super passive here is not the best idea. He wants to get a bit more eco, but whatever. He might BIA here. Yeah, he goes for a bank. Bank is not a terrible idea because you get the passive income from eco each round and the instant money from the plantations and the interest. So I try and force some defense, maybe another fan club. And here I should have just been fine by just farming on. Maybe I send more, because I've already forced a ton of defense, and he has no more boosts. So it's a 3 boosts NG SPAC versus DFA with no boosts, but he does have a bank. Am I fine here? I sell my Balloon Trap at the top for a Balloon Trap in the back to catch tweaks, which I think it's fine. Not much I could have done there. Let's see. He hasn't got any BIAs up yet. I think he gets it around 21. Yeah. Round 21 versus round 21 factory. Well, round 21 BIA. So I think he is up here because he hasn't cashed out his BIA in some rounds. So he's got a ton of money saved up. And he's up a good amount of eco as well. And I did boost round 22, I think. So I kind of lost some of my advantage. What I was thinking currently was that I could outlast him if I drained his farms enough, and that didn't really work. You'll see why. I go for a ZMG here, just to try and stop him from buying a factory up instantly and getting all of that money. I boost to defend the Moab, and I think I do. Now I sell my Republic and a Balloon Trap to buy a trap back. To buy a trap in the back, yeah. He goes for just a regular defend with Super Monkey Fan Clubs and a GZ. I think he cashed out. Yeah. He sells his BIA there for a factory. And he has 10 times my eco, so he's going to be able to catch up and outfarm me really fast here. I send him Moab, but he kind of just defends with the fan club. Yeah, that's a bad play by my part. I send some Mods. I just want to get him to choke here. You want to stall his farming as much as possible, as mentioned before, but kind of failed since he has so much money now. I think I would have won with Dart versus Dart, but I didn't go Dart, unfortunately. Let's see here. I have double NGs up just so I can get some money from AI. I think I go for 30. Yeah. I like the ceramic AI money, but he just gets up so many factories that I'm not able to really do anything about it right now. I sent another ZMG trying to get it into the round 30 AI in the beginning of round 30, so it gets the instant buffs from ramping. I sent a BFB behind it, so he's forced to buy something, maybe even a GG that was hoping, but he just bought a Spectre and was able to defend. I know I don't have a lot of time to just rush him, so I try and get as many ZMGs out as possible here. And he boom boosts some ZMGs back. I could have defended this. I'm not sure if I do, but I do have a boost left, but he doesn't. He has 2 factories still and is sending behind with a BFB there. 3 ZMGs is definitely defendable here. Maybe if I had a bit more money. Sending some BFBs behind just to get him to pop it. And he has 12k, so he's able to GZ like 3 times, 3 or 4. I'm not sure if he does though. I should have sold some of my stuff and bought defense in the back, or in the front actually, because he cannot defend anything really anymore. And I think I do go down here. Yeah. He GZ's last minute and can't really defend anymore. But I do go down with the ZMGs. You're both pretty close to dying there. Bit upset that I lost that since that was really close, but 2-0 so far. Here's the game code if you do want to watch that. And I'll see you in the finals. Final game. We're here in the final match of me versus Noob. It's currently 2-0 for Noob right now, out of the best of 5. And we're on the map Space Station. He has Tac Village Ninja versus my Glue Tac Village. With the first play. There we go. So I anti-saw round 1. I expected like Dart Farm Wizard or Cobra. That's why I went the strategy instead of Ninja, because I wasn't really confident in him playing better late game strategy. So we both just play pretty normal eco, going for our attacks here, and he should send some pinks, I think, just to get some lines off. Yeah, we both do. And that forces my second tack just early on. This is a bit fast, but not much to talk about when it's eco versus eco. He's up like 40 eco right now, but we both have over 500 round 7, which is really high. And you'll see how that affects this game with high eco versus a better late game strategy. I go for my glue instead of a Ring of Fire instantly because it's much cheaper. And he is up, what, 60 eco right now? That's really bad for me that we have this high of an eco versus almost a mirror. I expected glue, at least, but he does pull out the ninja, which kind of makes me upset because I want him to choke. You can see I'm just pulling out a ton of choke rushes here, and I'm down a ton of eco actually. He has 1,000, I have 800. That's really bad for me. He does just play really passive this game, and that's what he should be doing. If you're playing somebody and they have a worse late game strategy than you usually just want to play passive, like he is doing. Get your money up, and then just defend their rushes and outlast them. That's all you really need to do to beat most strategies that are worse than you. or worse than yours. So I just try and get him to choke rush, or a choke. So I'm sending Space Beat Bees. I think I send his EMG soon. And if he defends that, that's game over for me, pretty much. Trying to get my eco back up, but I'm down 600 eco, so I can't really do much. He's at 2000 eco versus my 1200. And he goes for his village. Right? Yeah. So he's just getting so much more money than me right now. And this is why Tag Village Ninja is just better than Glue. Glue Village Tag. It's able to outlast. You'll see how much better it is at defending late game. And how good it is for early game. So it makes me make sure we're recording, actually. Yeah. So he has nearly 1.8k over my eco currently. He just reached 5,000, so this was a massive outplay from him. So well done. And he just starts buying a ton of defense here. He only needs to spam jutsus, really, because Ninja Village is really good at defending, like, low health ZMGs. And, yeah, I cannot defend many ZMGs at all, since taxpayers only have 2 peers under Monkey Fort. So, and they're not even good for ZMG DPS at all, with how small their ranges are. So I just try an all out early, but clearly not good enough. He sends another ZMG behind, or just one ZMG here, and that's enough to make me panic, I guess. A boost, just trying to get my tax barriers to defend or pop the layer, because I believe I can defend if I'm able to pop the ZMG layer. But it is really high health, so. And yeah, he defended. Tag Village, definitely one of the best strategies on this map. And I do die to AI. So that's a 3-0 for Noob Spammer. And the next series that he plays is going to be against Papito. And yeah, hope you guys look forward to that. I also